what do you work with today to make money? And secondly, have you ever wondered why it feels harder than ever to get rich, even though opportunities are everywhere? Now, more than ever, wealth is within reach for those who understand this critical truth we are going to share. And the truth is, every era has its own way of creating wealth. The game has changed, friends, and understanding the history of wealth, I think, is the key to unlocking wealth for us today. But let's start with understanding what Jesus told us. Luke 16:8, Jesus once commended unjust steward by saying, the children of this world are wiser in their generation than the children of light. Think about that. He said the children of this world are wiser in their generation than the children of light. Then in 1 Chronicles 12:32, we learn about the tribe of Issachar, who understood the times and knew what Israel should do. Now, if these verses teach us anything, it's that we have to understand our own generation to make the most of it. We must understand our own era, our own times to make the most of it. So let's start by taking a quick look back. Let's understand history, because the way wealth was made in the past shows us how we need to adapt for today. There are basically main three areas of wealth creation that I am going to address in this video. Number one is the agricultural age, or the agricultural era. Number two is the industrial era. And number three is what I will introduce, which is our age, will be my last one. But let's start with the industrial age. Let's start with the agricultural age. The agricultural age was defined by land. If you had land, you had wealth. So the landowners ruled, while the peasants worked their fields, just scraping by. So wealth was limited. And if you are born into poverty, chances are you would stay that way. Just like if you are born rich, you are born in a family that owned land, then you would grow and die rich, unless maybe another kingdom comes and takes over the country and takes over the land. So there was no way of you moving within a very short time that I was poor yesterday and then tomorrow I'll be rich. No, it wasn't working that way. Then we come to the industrial age that came along, and the rules changed. Now, the machines equaled wealth because people figured out how to use machines to be able to work the land. So factories came in, tractors came in. So the factory owners were the new rich. And so if you worked hard in the factory, and for example, if you had worked so hard and were very faithful, they would advise you, say, you know what, in the night, take up study management so that you can climb the ladder, stop working with machines, and maybe start, running people. So you could hope, it was in that strategy that you could hope to lead a comfortable life. But then people started clinging to these ideas of success as though they would last forever. So they would tell their kids, okay, go to school and then study management, work so hard and then get a degree and you will be set. Now, but here's the reality. Many people today have degrees, but no jobs, and are doing work far below their skill sets. I mean, they have to ride motorcycles, they have to work in bars. Some of our children are working as security guards and as maids in certain parts of the world. Why? Because the industrial age approach doesn't work in today's age. It does not work in today's time. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the revolution. Let's introduce our age. And to make sense of our age, because this brings us today and how we can be able to make wealth fast. Bill Gates said in 1996 that in the future, there'll be two types of companies: those doing business on the internet and those that are out of business. well, that future is now our reality. We are in the digital age. So much has changed in the last 20 years. Think about how many things we now do digitally. Think about you using mobile money to do payments, and think about how you use apps, whether to order for food, to order for medicine, to pay for your transport, and to sell, and to learn, and to work. I mean, this is the digital age. Now, in the digital age, wealth is available to anyone, even with just a smartphone and an internet connection. You don't need acres of land, or you do not need factory machines. You don't even need degrees, but what you need is one thing: the right skill set to succeed in this age, in this era. So my question for us today is, are you making money in the digital age? Are you ready to seize the wealth building opportunities that only our generation, only our age has? Because this is the age of minimum barriers. The only thing standing between you and wealth is understanding the skills of this age. Skills you can learn in months, not even years, in weeks, not even months. It's time that we start creating wealth in our era, not by the old rules, but by the digital age mastery. So if you are ready, because we are saying when you learn these rules, when you learn these principles, you can be able to make money, to become rich in less than a year. So if you're ready to learn the skills to thrive in the digital age, first hit the subscribe button, but also leave a comment of just yes below. And then let's take this journey together. The time is now. Let's get rich in our generation. Let's be the children that are wise in our generation. Let's be like the sons of Issachar that knew the times and were able to take advantage of it. This is the digital time. Let's be able to take advantage of it. Let me see you in the next video.